Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have an amazing video for you guys today. Here is an article from realtor.com. It basically outlines, everything that's been happening in the last few weeks and what we should expect for the future. But check this out. Here's basically the summary, right? We're in the latter part of the summer. Here, let me just highlight it. We are in the latter part of the summer, soaking up the sun and longer days before school reopens and vacation wraps up. What does this mean exactly? Well, you know what it means. Summer's coming to an end. What does summer coming to an end mean is the housing market is going to start slowing down. That is very normal. It's always happened. People like to buy houses right in the summer because a lot of people, a lot of single family homes have that, they have families, and you don't want to be moving your kids out of a school district, out of school, having to go to another school right in the middle of their school year. Now, a lot of parents sometimes move within their neighborhood so the kids don't, have to switch school districts, and that's fine. But when you look at, the population as a whole, you find out that most families really just rather move in the summer, right? It's very normal. So going into the winter, we are going to have a slowdown, very normal slowdown, but this year might be a little bit different, right? Why? Because there's so many looming economic things happening right all around us, and it's getting a little bit nutty, with inflation, with the bubble that we're basically in. What's going to happen? We're going to find out, and we'll see. But here, let's keep reading. Economic indicators posted brighter signs this week, even as recession concerns continue to color the outlook. You can see that the mortgage rates actually kind of went down in the last 2 weeks. Definitely helped out the housing market. Definitely helped it, stabilize a little bit. And inflation didn't go up, right? It stabilized. Now, a good thing to note that the inflation is still incredibly expensive. One reason could be because gas went down, and gas as a whole, it is a big player when it comes to inflation, and it went down quite a bit, not that much, but quite a bit to make an impact on inflation. But one thing that didn't go down was things like food and regular products. They continue to be high, and those are not necessarily showing that they're slowing down or that the prices are going to come down. So we'll keep looking at that here. Let's look at this next bullet point. Now here's a good one. With easing inflation pressures, small business owners' confidence rose in July, outpacing the market expectations, as many companies see better business conditions in the next 6 months. However, for most, inflation remains a concern. Now, this is going to be a very interesting Christmas season, as a lot of businesses do make most of their money during the holiday season. We're going to see how that plan pans out. I'm guessing that with inflation and people making basically their money becoming less valuable, we are going to have generally a slow Christmas season. And really the shit could hit the fan come, January, February, when, we have basically all these companies start reporting what they made. And if it's not looking good, guys, you can definitely see the stock market start to slide then, which then could trigger, all kinds of craziness. And, being that we are going to be in the lower part of the housing market, where the winter months tend to be slower, right? That could also make those prices drop even faster. So we definitely could see some big corrections happen in the next 6 months, in my opinion. Now look at this. This worry is showing up in a cooling employment market. While job openings continue to outpace people looking for work, companies are taking more cautious approach to payrolls. Again, as many of you guys know, we had the Great Resignation, and what it forced employers to basically have to pay higher wages. When all these new employees are making more money, the products that company produces are going to become more expensive, basically keeping inflation high. Something to look at, just pointing out. And if people are buying less of their products, guess what's going to happen next? They're going to want to lay off. For a lot of companies, the way you do lower your salary, the salary base for a group of people, is you lay them off and hire them back for lower wages. I hate to say it, but it does happen, especially if the economy is slowing down, right? Like I said here in this bullet point, the overall positive signals had an impact on the capital markets, with a 10-year treasury rising along with mortgage rates. Freddie Mac's 30-year fixed rate jumped back above 5 this week. So, as you know, that they basically, when they raised the rates, everybody stopped. Their mortgage applications, they kind of freaked out, so they lowered them a little bit, and it kind of pumped the market a little bit. But we're still in a very, very high market right now when it comes to housing. Prices are still astronomical. And whenever you have a bubble like this, you have to understand, it's bound to pop, right? What is keeping it high right now is definitely the inflation. Inflation is keeping everything high. But as soon as we start bringing down inflation, you are going to see some of those prices come down. Again, because the way to bring down inflation is by shrinking the economy. And we all know, what happens on a shrinking economy, right? We're gonna see possibly some layoffs, and that will create more supply. Because basically people, kind of sell their house, or they can't pay the mortgage or whatnot. And they're forced to walk away, especially if they start dropping below what they paid for it. That's the one thing that might keep prices stable somewhat. Now, I'm not thinking that the prices are going to, drop to like 50, 70%. That's probably most likely not gonna happen. But I think what it is gonna happen is we might go back to those 2019 levels, which were still pretty good, right? For anyone who bought a house in the last 10 years, or like whatever, something like that, you are still gonna be above water, which is great. The problem is that between like basically 2019 and 2020, things just got way too expensive. And that's just not normal. Plus we printed a ton of money. So it's real deal stuff that I definitely think is going to bring down the prices of homes, especially in the next year. Check out this bullet. On the housing front, Realtor.com's July data spotlight a market continuing on the path towards rebalancing. The inventory of homes for sale increased solidly in July, moving near levels not seen since the mid-2020s. With more available properties and less competition, sellers are beginning to adjust to a new reality by cutting prices and to incentivize buyers. The share of listed homes with price reduction reached 19% in July, closing on a level that we haven't seen since 2017. Moreover, median price retreated from June's record high as the pace of growth moderated. So basically, we hit the peak around June. Buyers are becoming more worried, and they're basically becoming more pickier, and we have more supply. So sellers are kind of getting spooked, and they're giving more, more perks basically. Meanwhile, our weekly data shows that homes are taking longer to sell in August than they did this time last year. These shifts are welcome change for buyers who are still on the market. Upcoming fall season may offer even better window of opportunity. There you have it, folks. There you have it. Basically, we're going to go into the winter months, which definitely slows down the housing market. But we also have inflation, which is probably going to keep prices up. But we're also going to have a recession, which is going to crash everything. Don't you just love it? Anyways, that is basically what is happening. And I think as a buyer, I'm going to sit on the sidelines and just kind of keep putting more towards my down payment, because I'm going to wait, because I think definitely prices are going to come down and we are going to have great buying opportunities. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much. And if you do like my videos, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and go ahead and like and leave a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.